Hello everyone, this is Gerone Wright back again. Um, I'm going to do a part 2 with my Leonardo's da Vinci's drawing of the Last Supper. Okay, I'm going to get right into going here because we only have 10 to 15 minutes to actually complete a video to actually post it on YouTube. So I'm going to come right over here to the Last Supper image of Bartholomew, which I believe I may have left off on that image last time. It is my contention that Bartholomew, well, let's go this way. The entire Last Supper image is not basically about a Last Supper. It's about the process of how mankind was created, and the genetics thereof, and the creatures that contributed to the creation of mankind are all listed across the image from left to right and from right to left, and it shows you where Jesus actually played a pivotal role in actually absorbing both genetics on the at the center. Okay, which I'll get into later on. I might be using the poorest choice of words as well, too, people. But this is all new to me. But I'm experiencing a paranormal experience, and I'm just explaining things the way that I best understand them to be. My experience is genuine, and I would not be leading you on here. All right, these are some of the things that I actually found with Bartholomew. Okay, his skin, the cloak that he's wearing represents the skin of a reptilian. Okay, dinosaur, reptile, of that nature. The reptilian beings that we actually all have come to know as being mythical objects of the past, mythical creatures. Of the past. I'm stating that at one point or another that all of these creatures were actually, in fact, real. Okay, Da Vinci has them referenced in his 14th century painting of the Last Supper. Look here with Bartholomew. Okay, here. This here is a shark. Not just any shark. I'm calling this the Megalodon shark. Okay. Right next to the Megalodon shark, on its tail, where its would-be tail is, there is an image of an ape. Right there. Okay. These two creatures, the ape and the Megalodon shark, are actually key players in how the mankind was actually created. Now you hang on there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something. The shark represents the female species, which is actually the woman. And, well, no, I wouldn't say species, mankind's version of the woman. And the ape represents man. Now I'm going to show you something. Take a look at those images for a minute. Take a look at them. There's a shark right there. And then there's an ape. Right here. You can see the facial expression of the ape there. There's much more. I'm going to mark this. Well, you take a close look at that. I'm going to mark this so I can put this right back to where it was, because I'm going to show you something else about this. Now, I'm not the best narrator in the world and an instructor in the world to show you this type of stuff. All I know is that I'm trying to get my experience encounter out, and I'm doing it the best way I can. Okay, now, I'm going to turn this up. Now, remember that I told you that the shark, the Megalodon shark, represents the female, the woman, and the ape represents that of man as we know them today. Okay, now I'm going to turn the image, and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to get that image right up in front of you there. Now, I don't know if I have that. The same image I have actually turned up. Now, and I'm in an awkward position to see what I'm trying to show you there. So let me just make sure that I got to where I can actually see it. Because if I can see it from here, then I know you can see it. Okay. The shark turned up in this position right here actually creates the face of the woman. Not just any woman, but the witch-like woman. I have actually come to dub the name as the mother of creation, because she appears in everything. There's her witch-like nose right there. That would be her eye, and her lips are shown right there. Okay, and that creates her face. Now look at the ape image, how where it's turned up, it creates like a conjoined twin-like image with the mother of creation, which is there. And look at that image of the man created out of the ape right there. When you turn that up, you get the woman here, and you get the image of man right there. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you absorb that for a minute. I won't be able to know how this is at until I actually stop the video, but absorb that for a minute. The shark, which is the megalodon, turned up right, creates the image of a woman, not just any woman, a witch-like woman. She's in a lot of my discoveries. I call her the mother of creation. The ape image turned up actually creates a conjoined twin joined at the head image with the mother of creation, and the man head is facing going up towards Bartholomew. Now there's a bunch of other creatures up in here that I didn't even actually mention. I'm going to turn the image back around because I'm going to do some other things here. If I can find my markers here. That helped out. There you go. So I should be lined up pretty easy here where I was. Okay. Now, are we here? Where Bartholomew at? Okay. There's Bartholomew right there. Okay, now. Again, people. There's an image of an ape right there. There's a shark who creates the megalodon shark. Going up in here where Bartholomew is, you see reptilian beings. Okay, you can, now that I'm actually telling you what they are, you can sort them out for yourself there. And it shows you how this reptile creature, which I'm actually saying evolved from the reptile of the dinosaur, shows you how Bartholomew had the man image actually evolved from everything that is here, tore away from the reptilian skin, and actually grew into man. That's what this image represents, people, right there. Man evolving, emerging from the body of a reptile, which is actually all of these beings that actually attributed to that evolutionary period of man stemming from this creation. That's what this is all about right here. Okay, there's more there. I mean, I can't divulge all of my secrets, but there's more there that lends to the understanding. I want to call your attention over here to James Minor before I end this video. Okay, James Minor, right here. Okay, this is a pivotal role. All of these images show how, from here, they attach one another. This is the reason why they're all so close together, because Davinci has used these cunning, or should I say clever encryptions that show how the DNA was passed along. Okay, now I'm going to show you something, and that's what this is all about, people. This is what this is all about, how DNA came to be into creating man as it is today. And everybody's skin or clothing that they wear here represents the creature of the bloodline that contributed to the creation of mankind. And if you look closely, well, I have other encryptions. I might be able to get that up here. Let me go here. James Minor. Google the image, the oldest image, the original image that Leonardo da Vinci created of the Last Supper. Zero in on James Minor's mouth. Okay? You will notice that James Minor's tongue is out of his mouth. Okay? Out of his mouth. Alright? Now, you would notice that the tongue looks like it's extended, that it comes all the way down and out to the back here. And I'm going to tell you what that actually is. Okay, it looks like an extended tongue. Okay, that's what it looks like, an extended tongue. Okay, and it comes back over here behind Andrew, right there, right in here behind Andrew. People, Google that image, enlarge it the best you can all the way up. You'll see the tongue. The tongue comes out, stops, and then there's another object that it's actually attached to. It is my contention that that is a penis. You will see the veins in it. Okay, and what this is showing, Davinci used this encryption of the penis, making contact and showing how that was his way of showing that there was an exchange of genetics. Now, I can go into explaining that as well too, but there's also the same exact reference made in Davinci's drawing creation of the Adoration of Maggie. I have the same thing there, but right here, go to James Minor, enlarge that. Okay, there's no denying what that is. You'll see James Minor tongue come out, and it's actually resting on top of a penis. You'll see the veins and everything in the penis. The object is right up in there. Okay, take a look at that. There's a line separation, and then there are lines that actually create the penis. It's separated in all shapes and forms to let you know that that's what that is. And you would have never known it until I actually now tell you. And I can actually, one day I'm going to be confronted with all of this. I can not only do this just here, but again, with the Adoration of Maggie, there's the almost the identical depiction of this. Okay, I'm going to see if I have enough time to get another image up here. Looks like I got a few more minutes here before I cut out. I'm going to give you something else. I'm going to give you something else right quick. I'm gonna give you something else right here. Okay, I'm gonna pull this back. Look at that, people, and I'm gonna explain some of this. Okay, I'm alleging, in fact, okay, that these images, where we are actually stating where, well, here, let me get this straight. I'm actually prepared to actually say that right in here, where this is supposed to be John, right there, you notice that there's what I've actually identified as being a pig, okay, wrapped around, a pig skin wrapped around. I actually gave the pig a face and everything else there because I know that that is in pig based on my other encryptions that I actually made. I'm also alleging that John is actually representing that of the female and the male based on my other findings. And I mean, I'm going to lay this with me, but one day I'm going to actually be called on to explain it all. But just like it already has been stated that it was believed that John was Mary Magdalene, I don't know if it was Mary Magdalene or not, but I can tell you that it is signifying that John is also a woman. Also over here with James Minor, the same exact thing. Okay, the genetics of a woman. It's showing you that the presence of the genetics of a woman and a male, it's the female genetics are very much so present in both of these individuals right here. And I can tell you that based on the encryptions that Davinci made in this, and then artists also made in other images as well too. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put up my what's come there. I'm gonna come over here and show you some of. Take a look at that, people. Look at some of my highlights and some of my drawings over here, where there's supposed to be a knife in Judas's back here. Look how that creates the image of the ape. Look at this other reptilian-like being right there. And look at the faces of this helmeted man right there. I know what all of this means, people. There's a reptile right here, and then there's the face of another being right there next to that reptile. All of this stuff, people, I know exactly what it means. I can read it from either side into Jesus, or from over here, from Simon's side into Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna get going. You can find me here on YouTube, Geronification. Okay, or Google my name, Gerone Wright, and you'll see I am an alien, and so are you. And there's some and I'm on Dreams and Experiences. I'm gonna end this video with that, people. This is genuine. I would not be doing this to myself, and I would not be doing this to you. I've actually found something here that is very and truly amazing, and I have I think I haven't this to be my 21st video. Okay, I'm getting better as I'm going along here. So get over there, people. Do yourself a favor. Look at all my videos, Geronification on YouTube. Look at those videos. Follow what I'm actually putting together, and forward all this information if you can to a friend of a friend. And just let's keep this ball rolling. And hopefully one day you'll be looking at me live on TV and actually getting the full details of all this information that I'm actually putting out. I thank you for your time. Thank you.